So, kamusta po kayo? Hope you're okay. Magandang gabi po. Ngayon po ay araw po ng August 1. So, ay August 3. So, nalilito na po ako sa date kasi po medyo nakakabahala po ang parating na lockdown. So, kumusta po kayo? Kayo rin po ba ay medyo nagwa-worry din? Kasi po medyo mabigat po para sa atin itong dinikir na strict na ECQ in Metro Manila dahil nga sa may mga cases po ng Delta variant na naman sa Metro Manila at sa ibang lugar pa po dito sa Pilipinas. So, natatandaan nyo po dun po sa previous videos ko ay binanggit ko po kung ano yung mga areas under ECQ, GCQ at MECQ. So magandang gabi po sa inyo. Welcome to DIWATA Garcia's YouTube channel. So kumusta kayo? Huwag kayong mag-alala. We will be fine. Basta mag-ingat lang po tayo at alagaan po natin ang ating mga sarili. So, sa mga nabasa ko pong news noong past few weeks po ay nagsuggest nga po ang IATF at MMDA, Metro Manila Mayor sa ating pong presidente na magkaroon po ng more stricter measures po at community quarantine posts para sa mga residents ng Metro Manila at sa iba pa pong lugar. Ngayon po, marami pong nagtatanong at marami pong nalilito kung ano po ba ang ECQ, ano po ba ang nakapalibot dito. So, nung mga past videos ko po ay binanggit ko na po kung ano yung pagkakaiba ng ECQ, GCQ, MECQ, and ECQ with more heightened restrictions. But din ngayon pag-usapan po natin ng ECQ dahil marami pong nagtatanong tungkol dito. So, magandang gabi po sa inyo. So, mag-uumpisa po ang ECQ, much stricter ECQ sa August 6 hanggang August 20. So, ano po ang mga ECQ guidelines? Ano po ang ating ine-expect mula August 6 hanggang 20? So, according to the Manila Times by Mr. Jose Gregorio of the Philippine Star, Metro Manila goes into lockdown. And what to expect as Metro Manila goes into lockdown? Ano po ang mangyayari during lockdown? So, nag-research po ako dahil hindi ko rin po masyadong kabisado ito. At gusto ko pong i-share sa inyo. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Ako po si Daisy Diwata. What to expect as Metro Manila goes into lockdown? Ano po ang mga ECQ guidelines? So, ECQ guidelines with the looming threat of the more contagious Delta variant. Ito na po ang Delta variant, dumadami po siya. Hindi lang po sa Pilipinas, kundi halos na po sa buong mundo. Delta variant is, as I have discussed in my previous videos, is more contagious and much easily transmissible. Ito pong Delta variant. With the looming threat of the more contagious Delta variant coronavirus variant, the government battled under pressure from experts. Ito po yung mga ating health experts and medicine, mga expert ng medisina, business leaders, yung mga IATF kasama rin dito at ang mga Metro Manila mayors ay nagpropose po sila ng more stricter measures. Kaya po, the Metro Manila will be placed under ECQ from August 6 to 20. So, ito na. Mag-start po tayo sa curfew hours. Ang curfew hours during ECQ will start from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Liquor ban, ito madalas mga tinatanong. Ang sabi nila ng Malacanang ay ni Metro Manila Chairman Benhur Abalos, we are giving the discretion to its LGU. So merong LGU na magbabawal na uminom ng alak at meron naman pong magkakaroon ng liquor ban. Depende po sa mga mayors ng bawat lugar. Who should stay at home? Sino po ba ang dapat magstay sa bahay? All households should observe strict home quarantine. So people below 18 years old and those who are 65 years old and above, people with immunodeficiency, comorbidity, or other health risks, pregnant women must remain in their homes at all times. But they may leave their homes if they will obtain essential goods. So pag kailangan talaga, dun lang sila pwedeng lumabas and services. Or they will report for work, yung mga magre-report for work, and industries and offices which are allowed to operate under ECQ or for other activities permitted under ECQ. Ayan po. Sa mga gatherings naman po. Are gatherings permitted? Gatherings are not allowed under ECQ. So mahigpit po. Bawal ang gatherings. Or for other activities permitted under ECQ. So, except sa mga activities na permitted under ECQ. Gatherings are not allowed under ECQ. Even gatherings or included anyone outside of people's immediate household are not allowed. So, yung mga bisita sa bahay na hindi naman po miyembro ng pamilya ay hindi po allowed. Kaya yung mga bisita sa bahay, bawal muna. Only immediate family lang. Except, ito po, yung mga necrological services, wakes, interments, funerals of people who died of causes other than COVID, yung mga namatay na hindi naman COVID ang dahilan, which are allowed to be attended by their immediate family or by religious who will perform religious services. Ito po yung mga pare na magpe-perform ng religious services. Pwede yung allowed yung necrological services, wakes, interment, siguro meron ding mga social distancing na ipopractice dito. Funerals of people who died of causes other than COVID-19. And they will be allowed only to be attended by immediate family. At saka yung mga religious na yung mga pare na who will perform religious services. Also exempted are gatherings essential for the provision of health services. Yung mga health services, permitted po sila, yung mga gatherings doon. Siguro ito po yung nagpe-perform ng mga health services, government services, humanitarian activity. Ito po yung mga tumutulong sa tao para magbigay ng humanitarian services authorized by the appropriate government agencies. Ito po yung may mga permiso po ng gobyerno na mag-perform ng health services, government services, and humanitarian activities. Ano po ang mga establishmento o establishments na who will remain operational, yung pwede pa pong mag-operate o bukas? Hospitals, grocery stores, convenience stores, drug stores, will be operational but with certain capacity. So ito ulitin ko po. Hospitals, grocery stores, convenience stores, drug stores will be operational at certain capacity. So ito po, magandang gabi. Public and private hospitals, health, emergency, and online services, including those provided by dialysis centers, yung mga binibigyan ng dialysis, provided by dialysis centers, chemotherapy centers, ito yung chemotherapy, HMOs, health insurance providers, yan mga PhilHealth, disaster risk management reduction, disaster risk reduction management, bukas dun sila, management officers, public safety officers, bukas din po ang kanilang mga opisina. Ano pa po ang bukas? Manufacturers of medicines and vitamins, medical supplies, sila po ay nagsusupply ng mga medicine, devices, equipment, input, packagings, and distribution. So, bukas po sila. Industries involved in agriculture. Ano po ito? Yung mga nagpo-provide po ng crops, fruits, vegetables, livestock, and poultry. Bukas po sila dapat kasi kailangan po natin ng food. Kailangan po natin na mabibilihan ng pagkain. Forestry, fishery, and such other components of the food value chain and their workers, including farmers and fisher folks. Ano pa po ang bukas? Tensya na. Tinignan ko muna yung sinain ko. So, ano pa po yung mga bukas during ECQ? Logistics services providers, delivery, and courier services. Ito po yung mga, siguro yung mga riders natin, yung mga LBC, SPD, Lalamove, cargo handling, warehousing, trucking, freight forwarding, shipping, port and terminal operators. So, bukas po sila. And then, essential and priority construction projects. Bukas po sila, whether public or private. Ito yung mga construction priority projects na kailangan pong tapusin at hindi po pwedeng ihinto. And manufacturing related to food and other essential goods. Ito po yung nagmamanufacture ng foods, like siguro yung mga canned goods, biscuits, o yung mga food na necessarily kailangan po natin. Manufacturing related to food and other essential goods such as but not limited. Ito pa yung mga daily needs natin sa mga personal hygiene, soap and detergent, diapers, personal hygiene products, toilet papers, wet wipes, disinfectant, ano pa, diapers, yun po. Number 8, companies that manufacture and distribute or supply equipment or products to perform instruction for maintenance work. So, kailangan bukas ito yung mga nagmamanufacture at nagdi-distribute supply na equipments or products necessary to perform construction. So, yung mga hardware po, bukas po sila. Maintenance work sa cement, yung mabibili ng semento, bakal, steel, or spare parts. Number 9, essential retail trade and service establishments such as public market. Yan na yung sinabi ko po kanina. Bukas po ang public market, supermarket, grocery stores. Parang natandaan ko noon, nagsara sila eh. Convenience stores, sabi niya yung mga 7-Eleven, Lawson, marami pa po silang iba. public market, supermarket, grocery stores, convenience stores, pharmacies, yan napaka-importante, drug stores, napaka-importante, hardware, office supplies, bukas din po yan, yung mga school and office supplies po siguro, bicycle shops, bukas din po dahil ang dami na pong nagbibisikleta ngayon, laundry shops, and water refilling station, isa rin po sa importante. So, ano pa po ang mga bukas ngayong ECQ? Food Preparation Establishment. So, bukas po ang mga kiosk. Ang ingay ng aso ko. Commissaries, restaurants. Siyempre, may certain capacity po ito. Alam ko po, mga online deliveries na lang po sila at take out. Eateries, but limited to take out and delivery. Yan po yung sinasabi ko sa kanila. So, pwede pong magbukas ngayon dahil talaga namang kung kailangan ng po niya yung lockdown. So, bukas din po ang public and private financial service providers. Kailangan bukas sila dahil kailangan natin ng pera. Involved in the distribution of goods, hindi. Ito yung mga nagbibigay ng sa public or private financial service providers involved in the distribution of government grants and amelioration subsidies. So, bukas po sila. Bukas din po ang BPOs or Business Process Outsourcing Establishment. Siyempre po, kailangan ng kanilang serbisyo and export-oriented business including mining and quarrying activities. So, bukas po yung mining and mga quarrying activities. Ang public transport providers and operators po, bukas din po sila. Pero syempre po, ang alam ko, babawasan po. And media establishments will remain operational at 50% capacity. Ay, mga media establishment, 50% capacity. Tuwan-tuwa po ako pag nakakapag-share po ako sa inyo ng mga balita tungkol po sa community quarantine. Gusto ko po talaga makapag-share na information. The following industries will be operational with skeleton workforce. So, ito pa po ang mga operational at bukas. Dental, rehabilitation, optometry, medical clinic for the treatment of illness or injuries. Dental procedures, dental procedures will be limited to emergency calls lang. So, hindi siya walk-in, pag emergency lang. Home service therapy. So, bukas din po ang veterinary clinics, banks, money transfer services. So, yung mga phone shop to na Emilio, Cebuana, Palawan, services, phone shops, capital markets, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Security Exchange Commission, Philippine Stocks and Exchange, Philippine Dealing and Exchange Commission, Philippine Security Settlement, Philippines Deposit and Trust Corporation. Katinang likod ko. And then, bukas din po ang water supply. Siyempre po, napaka-importante. And janitorial and sanitation services. Siyempre po, kailangan po malinis ang mga lugar, lalo na po yung sa mga hospitals, buildings, restaurants, including waste disposal services. Ito po yung mga desk natin. Yung mga garbage collectors yan. As well as property management and building utility services. So, bukas sila. Ito yung mga janitorial services. And bukas din po ang energy sector. Oil, gas, and power companies. And telecommunications company. Internet services, technical, sales, and other support personnel. So, bukas po sila at ang mga empleyado po ay papasok. Airline and aircraft maintenance and employees of aviation schools. So, bukas po ang airline and aircraft maintenance at po ang empleyado ng aviation schools. Funeral and embalming services. And security personnel, licensed by PNP Supervisory Office for Security and Investigative Agency. So, bukas din po, ito yung mga opisina ng guards, bukas din po ang printing establishment authorized by the BIR and other government agency. So, bukas po yung ibang printing establishment. So, bukas din po ang establishment engaged in repair and maintenance of machinery and equipments for household and essential permitted establishment. So, bukas din po yung ibang establishment na nagre-repair at nagme-maintain ng machinery and equipments. Bukas din po ang establishments engaged in repair and maintenance of motorized and non-motorized vehicles and the sale of its parts. Yung bukas po yun yung mga, kasi kailangan po natin ng riders napaka-essential po nila at necessary po talaga sila. Sila po yung talagang busy na nagpo-provide ng services. So, yung list of real and personal properties are also open. Employment activities. Ito po yung mga recruitment agencies and placement agencies. Hindi naman pala sarado naman lahat niya. Teachers and professors and other staff for purpose of conducting online and offline flexible class. Ito po yung mga professors and teachers na nagko-conduct ng online classes, nagko-complete ng grades at ng iba pong pangailangan ng estudyante. Lawyers na nagpo-provide ng legal representation, bukas din po ang legal office. Alam ko bukas din ata ang PAW Ito po yung mga lawyers who will provide legal representation sa mga nangailangan ng kanilang services. All other establishment to the extent necessary for the buying and selling and consumer goods or services online. So, bukas po ang mga online sale, online selling, lalo na yung mga necessity na mas mabilis ma-deliver. Yan po ang mga bukas na yung ECQs. So, ang mga government agencies and instrumentalities will be operational but with skeleton workforce on site and the remainder of workforce under alternative work arrangement. So may papasok, may on-site at meron din po skeletal force at meron din pong work from home. Public transport, road, maritime, and aviation sectors of public transport shall be allowed to operate. So yung public transport, like na nabanggit ko kanina, will be allowed to operate, and aviation sectors of public transport shall be allowed to operate at certain capacity, which will be determined by the Department of Transportation or DOT. And ito po ang napaka-importante, COVID vaccinations will be continued to be administered, but walk-in clients will not be allowed. So ito na po, magkakaroon ng pre-registration at online registration and strict scheduling. Kasi napansin ko po, nag-online registration ako, pagpunta ko puro, naubusan din ako sa dami ng taong gusto magpa-injection. So ito na po ang ating hinihintay, ang ayuda. Ang sabi po, ayon sa Malacanang Financial Aid, the palace said on Monday that is sure that people affected by ECQ in Manila will get, or in any place affected by ECQ, will get financial aid at 1,000 per person or up to 4,000 per family. So ngayon pong lockdown, ECQ, just like po ng mga sinabi ko, mag-ingat po tayo, huwag po tayong magpanik, alagaan po natin ang ating mga sarili, i-prepare po natin ang ating mga katawan, pati ng ating pamilya, kumain ng masustansya, mag-exercise, matulog po ng tama sa oras, at pray always, at kaya po natin ito. I hope may na-share po ako sa inyong information. Please like and subscribe po, at marami pa po akong i-share na informasyon para po sa inyo. Ako po si Daisy DIWATA GARCIA at magandang gabi po sa inyo. Mahal ko po kayo. Good night.